G'day there guys, welcome to another episode of Dunny Shed. So in the last episode you saw me put this wall up, or line the shed wall. So I've had to think about it and I'm thinking I'm not going to put the pallet wood on it. I think I'm going to do it on that side wall over there. It's a lot of wall. I don't think it'll benefit much from the appearance, whereas that'll look a hell of a lot better. You might wonder why I'm doing this, and that's because I want a good price for my house when I sell it. Alright, and to make me feel a bit better. So what today's plan is, I'm just going to paint this wall, and then hopefully I'm going to get onto some more of those boxes that you can see up there on the wall. They're just a storage item. They're well up out of the way because eventually I want benches and everything in there. So we'll get on with that. Alright, I don't need to show you how to paint, so I'm going to do a time lapse. But I'll show you how I cut in to start with. Show you what the process is. So first up we do a bit of primer and then let that dry for a bit, and then after that's dried we put on 2 coats of colour. So we're just using a normal wall colour like we use inside the house, nothing flash about it, just basically a cheap sort of wall coat. I picked it up from the hardware store. Someone got it made up, they didn't like it, so I got it cheaper. Alright, I'll get on with it. Okay, so you'll notice here when I put this board up yesterday, I just cut around this power point, but I was originally going to put the pallet board on there. So when you put the pallet board on there, it would have covered up all those little bits and pieces. So now I'm not going to do that. I need to make a little bezel to go around the outside just to trim that up so that it doesn't look as ugly. Yep, I think that'll do nicely. So what I'll do is I'll just strip this down a bit, make it not so thick, and I'll bevel them off and then just nail gun it on there. And just like that, it looks just that little bit better. So you can't see the wires hanging out the side, looks like it's supposed to be there, so very good of it. One of the main problems that you have to deal with when you're doing work like this is you have to keep shuffling stuff around to get to the areas that you want until you're actually finished. So we had to move a lot of the stuff out of the garage in the house because my wife bought a brand new car and we didn't really want it sitting out in the big blue garage. So a lot of this stuff came in here. At the moment there's still more to go, but what I'm hoping to do is just get all the shelving and everything finished, and then I'll slowly bring everything back in. Time to get out of here and let that settle, I think. Whew. Okay, so I'm probably going to get told off by a painter here, but basically what you're trying to do is load your paintbrush up. So I normally load about a third of the paintbrush up, wipe away the excess, and then just start, come down, or in or out, whatever. Work your way up to the edge. This one here, I'm not really going to bother with this too much because I'll get the roller right up to that. Just the areas around the power outlet, or the power cord here, or the power conduit. Basically, I'm just going to cut in anywhere that I won't be able to get the roller. So, trying to push as much paint up in there behind the shelf. Just cut this area in around the light switch, or around the power switch. So what I've done in this shed, I've used 10 amp GPIOs for all the areas around the edge of the workshop, and then in two of the outlets, so one near the shed door, near the roller door, I put a 10 amp on its own circuit, and then over the top of the bench, just as you walk in the PA door, I'll put another one there. That's for the one for the outside. If I want to use a welder outside, I've got going so far to take power, and then the one on the inside basically on the welding bench. So lovely. So that's basically ready for cutting in there. And then I've just got one more to do over there near where that power conduit comes in. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go along the entire bottom where it meets the concrete, and I'm just going to cut that out, and then I'll get to the roller and I'll just roll the entire wall.
Rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me, cause she got a bad little waist. And we tearing down this place, off the liquor that we chase. Got some egos to the face, baby I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on that tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine.
Well, that's a bugger. I've run out of primer. I'll have to go and get some more. I thought I had enough here. And then probably another litre, but I'll get 4 because it's cheaper. Alright, I'm back from getting some more primer. An hour wasted in the day, in the day of working. I usually like to do that stuff on the way home. I honestly thought I had enough here. Alright, I'll get back into this.
Got a fine little body and her mind's kinda naughty. They say that once you taste it, you cannot replace it. She could get you high, all the dopamine inside. Triggers fast once she's naked, her body's a creation. They say the devil made her for his entertainment, but even he couldn't learn how to contain it. Her high heels make a damn good statement. There is no replacement, a body by Satan.
Okay, so the undercoat has had a couple of hours to dry now, so I'm going to go and start cutting in the first coat of the colour, and then by the time I've got to one end, hopefully it's dry and I can start the other, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, let's get on with it.
She's sex, drugs, cocaine.
Well, there you go, there's coat number 1. You got to admit it looks pretty schmick. Yeah, I just can't wait to get the second coat on there. It really flattens out then and dries it a lot darker. So yeah, it should be pretty good. Sweet as, bruh. Alright, I ran out of daylight hours yesterday, so it's time to get this last coat done. So I've just knocked off from work, and so I'll just get this done, go inside. Alright, there we are. Sorry about the little dots all over the screen you can see. They're welding spatter. I sprayed the lens once with the grinder, so yeah. All finished. We've got a coat of primer, 2 coats of colour, and we'll let that dry tomorrow, or today and tomorrow. And then next step from there is to put some shelving up across the top, and then I can bring the cupboards in out of the shed or out of the garage, so we can make some more room in there, and then I can start slowly setting this up properly. So yeah, it's a bit of work in progress. Another thing I've got on the go is where those 2 toolboxes are over there. So you got 1 and 2. I want to make a bench that covers up over the top of them and they slide in underneath. So yeah, there's a bit of steel there on the ground that you probably heard me walking over every few steps. So that'll be the legs for that bench. Alright, but that's another time. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch up with you later. Cheers.